On August 14th, 2022, two men sit down at a blackjack table in a Buffalo, New York casino. Over the next few hours, they're going to have the night of their lives. One will walk away with over $5,000, the other with more than $2,000. The dealer, a 20-year-old woman named Emily Torres, seems to be having an off night. She's losing hand after hand, and these players are making decisions that seem impossibly lucky. What nobody at the table realizes is that dozens of high-definition cameras are recording every single move. And in the security room upstairs, someone is watching very carefully because something doesn't look right. Within 48 hours, all three of them will be in handcuffs, charged with felony gaming fraud. But here's where this story gets absolutely insane. This wasn't Emily Torres' first time cheating. It was her second. Just 5 days earlier, she had helped another player steal nearly $6,000 using the exact same method. She had already gotten away with it once, pocketed her cut, and came back to do it again. This is the story of the youngest casino dealer in recent history caught in a major cheating scandal and how her greed and complete lack of caution led to her being arrested twice. In less than a month for crimes she committed within a single week, Emily Torres was not a career criminal. She was a 20-year-old working her first real job as a blackjack dealer at Seneca Buffalo Creek Casino. Blackjack dealing is an entry-level position. You learn the rules, how to handle chips and cards, and most importantly, you learn the security protocols. Every movement a dealer makes is supposed to be visible to the cameras overhead. Every procedure exists for a reason, to prevent exactly what Emily Torres was about to do. For reasons that are still unclear, maybe it was money, maybe it was pressure, maybe it was just greed. Torres made a decision that would destroy her career. The method she used was shockingly simple and incredibly obvious. In blackjack, the dealer has face-down cards that are hidden from the players. The whole game revolves around players making decisions with incomplete information. What Torres did was flash the dealer as face-down cards just long enough for the players to see them. With that knowledge, a player can make the perfect mathematical decision every single time, turning the house edge completely in their favor. It's not a subtle cheat. It's just blatantly showing cards that are supposed to be hidden. And it only works if you're either incredibly careful or incredibly stupid. Torres was the latter. On August 10th, 2022, a man named Jordan Mack sat down at her table. During that session, Torres showed him cards from the deck 62 separate times. 62 times. That's not an accident. That's a deliberate, systematic cheating operation. Mack won over $5,700 that night. He cashed out, left the casino, and both he and Torres must have thought they'd pulled off the perfect crime. Torres went home with her share of the profits and, instead of laying low, decided that cheating was her new side hustle. 5 days later, she was back at it. On August 14th, two men, Mark Watson and Rihad Hussain, sat at her table. The same method played out again. Torres showed them the dealer's hidden cards. Watson won almost $5,300. Hussain won just over $2,200. Combined with her earlier scheme, she had helped players steal over $13,000 from the casino in less than a week. But this time, someone in the security room noticed. The statistical improbability of these wins, combined with Torres' specific movements, triggered an investigation. Security went back through the footage and saw exactly what was happening. Torres was clearly flashing cards to the players. Her technique wasn't even good. She was just brazenly showing cards in a way that any competent security analyst could spot immediately. On August 16th, 2 days after the second cheating session, Emily Torres showed up for her shift. She was immediately arrested. That same day, Mark Watson made the catastrophic decision to return to the casino. The moment he walked through the door, security recognized him, and he was arrested on the spot. Rihad Hussain was smarter and didn't go back, but police caught up with him on August 21st. All three were charged with first-degree gaming fraud, a felony in New York. Watson and Hussain quickly paid back the full amounts they had stolen. But the story didn't end there. While investigating, security analysts went back further through the footage. That's when they found the August 10th session with Jordan Mack. 60 instances of Torres showing him cards. Security couldn't believe she had done it twice. Most dealers who get caught have been operating for months or even years. Torres got caught for two separate incidents that happened within 5 days of each other. On September 8th, Emily Torres was arrested for the second time, now facing an additional charge for the Jordan Mack incident. Mack himself was arrested on September 21st. Suddenly, this 20-year-old was facing the felony charges. Here's a crazy statistic. From January 2017 to June 2022, only 4 people had been arrested for gaming fraud in the entire state of New York. Emily Torres and her crew added 5 more arrests to that total in a single month. She single-handedly doubled the state's gaming fraud arrest numbers. The rarity of these charges shows how uncommon it is for dealers and players to get caught working together. But Torres' case was so blatant and so well documented on camera that prosecution was inevitable. The casino had to make an example of everyone involved. All 5 defendants pleaded not guilty initially and were banned from all Seneca gaming properties for life. What makes this case so baffling to security experts is how reckless she was. Experienced casino cheats spend months planning. They study camera angles, they practice subtle techniques, they steal small amounts over long periods. Torres did none of that. She helped players win huge amounts in single sessions with a method that was completely visible to cameras. She did it twice in 5 days, using the exact same technique. She just kept flashing cards like the cameras didn't exist. The big question is, why? Why would a 20-year-old risk everything for a few $1,000s? The most likely explanation is that she didn't fully grasp the consequences. Young people often have an underdeveloped sense of risk. She might have been manipulated by the players, who were all significantly older than her. They might have convinced her it was easy money. Or maybe she was just in desperate financial trouble. Whatever her motivation, the moment she flashed that first card, she committed a felony that would follow her for the rest of her life. The Seneca Buffalo Creek Casino case is a warning to every casino employee. Modern surveillance systems are incredibly sophisticated. Every game is recorded from multiple angles in high definition. Security analysts are trained to spot anomalies. Dealers who cheat almost always get caught eventually. It might take weeks, months, or years, but the cameras see everything. Emily Torres got caught in days because she was so obvious. As for the outcome, it wasn't widely publicized, which is common. Most likely, they all pleaded guilty to reduced charges in exchange for probation and restitution. But the real sentence for Torres is the one she'll serve every day for the rest of her life. A felony conviction at age 20. A destroyed career before it even started. And the knowledge that her 15 minutes of fame came from being the dealer who got caught cheating twice in 5 days. Sometimes, the easiest money turns out to be the most expensive mistake you'll ever make. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as wild as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into unbelievable true stories. See you in the next one.